pals, it's Sassy Cassie, and welcome back to another reaction video of Naruto Shippuden. As always, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers and anyone watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and continuing to follow me on this crazy shinobi journey. I would also like to give a very special thank you to my patrons. Now, before we get into the recap of this video, or for this video, just a couple of announcements. One, this is the last episode to come out before my break. Again, the next video will not be coming, next reaction will not be coming out until May 19th because I'm taking a break. I need a break, we all need breaks, so I apologize that it might be too long, or I apologize that, we're getting into something, but I hope you all are understanding, and I will see you all then. My second thing, if you are missing me and you happen to be a Patreon subscriber or Patreon member, I will be releasing full reaction videos on my Patreon during the break. This is for stuff that's already come out, so it's not anything new, but if you were curious about how I felt fully and anything that I had to cut out for YouTube purposes, that is available on my Patreon. So be sure to check that out if you so wish. Anywho, moving on to the recap. The last episode, again, just had a lot of crumbs. A lot of things that are starting to happen or starting to take shape, I guess. Not even take shape, but like, we're discussing them. Lots of mysteries. We talked about Naruto's potential training and accelerating it so that he can be on par with Sasuke. We talked about Sai not knowing how to communicate with people and trying to learn how to, be a people person. Also, I didn't mention this in the last video, but having a crush on him, I have questions about that, but it's fine. We're gonna move on. And then just the end of that episode, some mysterious people chanting their way into teleporting, into some place and opening a grave and it being the wrong person or the wrong one. So I'm very curious about that. We also have the Akatsuki moving in the background. We didn't see that, but it was just discussed. So there's a lot of things starting to happen. For the sake of the break, I'm hoping that nothing crazy starts in this episode because it's going to be a long time till I get around to it. I might watch it today, just maybe, but it won't be coming out until later. But yeah, we're going to see. But also at the same time, I want to have an episode where something happens, or at least maybe starting Naruto training. I don't know. We're gonna find out. And yeah, let's get into this episode and hopefully it'll be good, but not too good because I also have decided I'm eating after this episode. So let's do this.
You seem fine. Good, you're cleared to leave the hospital today.
Woo.
By any chance, this isn't because you want me to hurry up and get my baggage out of here, is it?
Naruto.
Actually, I was kind of hoping I could take it easy and recuperate at home for a few days before getting back into it. But since I've run out of reading material anyway, I suppose I might as well start his training.
Kakashi, such a good team leader.
Hey there, ugly. Huh?
I feel like the sound is off.
Okay, time to get to work. What's so funny?
Oh, nothing. It's just been so long since I've trained with you, Kakashi-sensei. I don't know exactly why, but I'm feeling really good about it.
Well, don't, because it's about to get really intense.
Are you ready? Let's do it!
It like feels off, but it doesn't feel off. So I apologize if the sound is off. I don't know.
Okay, let's take the Chidori, for example. This is a jutsu that requires accomplishing both a change in the chakra's form and a change in its nature simultaneously.
That makes sense, actually.
Concentrate the chakra in my right hand. Then I change the nature of it so it's like an electrical current.
So that's the change in nature?
So is he gonna take the Rasengan and change its nature? Or can he not do that because it's already its own thing.
That's the secret. In order to move beyond the Rasengan to an even more powerful jutsu, you'll have to learn how to execute a change in chakra form and a change in chakra nature, like with the Chidori.
Or is he just using those as examples now that I think about it?
All I gotta do is add this change in nature thingy to my Rasengan, and bingo! Ultimate ninjutsu!
Listen, Naruto, I'm afraid it's not quite that easy. It's not something you just add on, and anyway, you don't know how to do it yet. I bet you don't even know the nature of your own chakra as it is right now.
That's actually a really good point. Wait, are we gonna delve deeper because he's got like Nine-Tails stuff? Is this like going back to the dream, which I did forget to mention in the recap?
There are 5 basic types or natures of chakra: fire, wind, water, lightning, and earth. The 5 great nations took their names from these 5 chakra natures.
Ah, hooray, history lesson. Okay.
Wind nature leads to wind-style jutsu and lightning to lightning style, like the Chidori, which
That
is, of
makes
course,
sense.
a lightning-style jutsu.
Wait, so that means that someone like Sasuke has 2 natures going for him, both fire and...
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask, and that was what I was wondering.
You don't have any. We don't even know which nature you're predisposed to yet.
What?
So we're going to find out using...
I was gonna say, yay, I love it when they do stuff like this. They'll show you which one you have an affinity to.
If you have a lightning nature like me, then the paper will wrinkle. If you have wind nature, it tears. A fire nature will make it burn. A water nature, the paper becomes wet. An earth nature, and it crumbles away.
That's so interesting and so cool. I love it when they do stuff like this. I was gonna say, yeah, the litmus paper. Wow, science.
Chakra. Just let your chakra flow into this paper, and we'll find out what nature you possess, Naruto.
I'm very curious what it's gonna do. It's either gonna do nothing or it's gonna do everything. Wind!
Well, now you know. Your chakra nature is wind.
You know, maybe that's why the Rasengan works well for him.
It's perfect for battle. It can rip and sever almost anything in its path.
Oh, yeah! I knew it! I'm unstoppable!
Uh-huh.
The problem is, normally it would take an incredible amount of time to really master this technique. Time that we don't have. But the good news is, I think I've hit upon a way to shorten our training time considerably.
Yes, okay. What's the way to shorten our training
One way
time?
to do that is to...
Another interruption! Ah, why?
Kakashi thought my special expertise might be of use. He asked me to help you with your training.
Okay, fine.
Sorry,
You
I
can
hope I'm
join.
not interrupting anything, Kakashi.
No, not at all. I was just about to...
Hey, Captain Yamato! Which one of the 5 natures does your wood-style jutsu fall under, huh?
Probably Earth, my dude.
He may be a little unfocused, but at least he's enthusiastic. Go on. Go ahead. Tell him.
Right. Well, Earth style, rampart of flowing soil.
What the?
Water style, waterfall basin jutsu.
Okay. Not expecting that.
Waterfall. Cool.
You see, Naruto, I possess both earth and water chakra natures.
Okay.
Huh? You've got more than one of them? How'd you manage that?
Eventually, when you get to be a Jonin class ninja, you generally have 2 or more.
Okay. So it's just one. Is that like, it's like your most strong or, what am I trying to say?
You see, technically, Naruto, there is no such thing as a wood nature.
Then how did you do that?
By combining the other 2. By activating the earth and water natures simultaneously, he's able to create something new, a wood nature.
That makes so much sense. Science! Wow. That's really pretty. I would love to visit someplace like that.
It's not that difficult to use each of them independently. But to be able
But
to
it's
activate
more
and use both of them
difficult, yeah.
simultaneously. Well, that's a different story.
This ability to activate two chakra natures at the same time in order to create a new nature is known as Kekkei Genkai.
Oh. Wow, we're learning so much, and I'm excited about it.
He was of a clan that possessed that Kekkei Genkai.
Haku too, huh?
That's why I couldn't copy his jutsu with my Sharingan.
Really? Then what about Shikamaru's Shadow Possession Jutsu and Choji's Expansion Jutsu?
That gets really complicated.
And Genjutsu, how do they work?
To explain all that to you would take more time than we got, and it would probably only end up confusing you.
Okay, but I would also like to know.
Okay, so how do we do it?
How we do it is...
It's gonna be something silly.
How we do it is...
How? How?
Through multi-shadow clones.
Huh?
Yes, multi-shadow clones.
So if all your shadow clones are trying to learn it, then it translates back to the main body? Question mark?
When the jutsu is released and you're restored to your single original self again, everything that each one of your shadow clones experienced is now inside of you, stored in your memory banks, as it were.
Didn't I ask you to keep it simple?
That is simple. He's the kind of person that needs an example, a physical example.
Do you know what our clones just did?
I sure do. They played rock, paper, scissors, and your clone lost. You owe me some Ichiraku ramen.
What was he thinking, making deals like that? Anyway, you get it now, right? Whatever our clones experience, we experience. All of it.
So if we all train, then we all combine that experience into one body and somehow we'll accelerate the process. I think.
It was originally used for gathering intelligence, for things like surveying dangerous terrain or infiltrating an enemy's stronghold.
That makes sense.
Great, that's all really interesting, but I don't see what it's got to do with reducing the amount of time I'll need for training.
Hang on, don't worry. I was just getting to that.
All right!
Where Master Jiraiya found the patience to teach the...
Oh, well, I think Jiraiya and him are similar in many ways.
My chakra simply isn't as powerful as yours. And a jutsu that requires me to divide and disperse my chakra into many equal portions isn't good for me, not having a lot of chakra to begin with.
Wait a minute. Do I really have that much more chakra?
Naruto! Naruto! How did you not notice it? Oh my gosh.
And that's why this form of training will only work for you, Naruto.
Huh?
But because it will require you to use a large amount of chakra, there's a danger that the Nine Tails could be awakened. So, that's why I'm standing by. To make sure we keep the Nine Tails...
So, that's so fascinating because I guess he does subconsciously suppress the Nine Tails chakra, but for whatever reason I always thought it was like the seal, even though I guess the seal was like released, but it's just interesting. I don't know what I'm trying to say. There's so much going on.
That many.
Huh?
Wow.
Multi-shadow clone jutsu!
I forgot what I was going to ask. I really feel like when the music is this loud, I can't think straight. Oh yeah, I was curious if Naruto eventually gets to, I won't say gets, but learns to, like right now his thing is wind. I wonder if he learns an affinity for another one, is what I'm trying to say. I can't think straight.
He's already starting to tear some of the leaves. May not take as long as I thought.
So that episode was interesting. I'm okay with this. Because I'm anxious to get into training. We love training. I love training. But this is okay because now I'm going to take my break and it's going to be fine. And I won't feel like I'm missing something super important, even though there are still so many other things happening. So Naruto training, so fascinating. We learned so much. I hope I can keep as much of it as possible, but I know that I was like super paying attention, so I might have to cut some of it out just because of how the copyright stuff works. But super interesting to learn about the different styles, like how they all fall under different, the 5 different elements, and how people have like an affinity for one, but they could also develop more than that. And learning about how they utilize one and the other and put them together to create something new is so interesting. And I've never thought about it in that way. I just kind of was like, oh yeah. Like whenever Naruto was like, well, what about the shadow clones and what about the medical ninjutsu? It's not something I ever thought about falling into certain elements. I just kind of thought that that's just how it was. So knowing that there is way more intricacies to how it all works is very fascinating. I'm kind of sad that it took this long to get there, but also Naruto's our main character, and he, as much as I love him, he's a very sweet boy. He doesn't always think about things, so, but I'm glad that we are learning about them. It is so interesting, so fascinating. But yeah, I am curious. I don't know if I fully got to ask that because I was trying really hard to think of words. I am curious if Naruto learns to use another affinity, because right now it's wind, which, I don't know, that does feel like it's perfect for him. But learning to use another one as well, since if we're gonna be all comparative, Sasuke already can use 2. So I'm curious if he's gonna learn how to use 2. I mean, he does just need to develop his one first and learn things in that style, I guess, but like in the future. I'm okay with ending on this episode because it wasn't super dire. We didn't have to like go into some crazy thing yet. I'm assuming yet, but yeah, I am still curious about how those people at the end of the last episode, what exactly they're looking for, who exactly they're looking for. I'm curious about the Akatsuki movement, and if we're going to be able to hopefully finish our training before we get to the whole Akatsuki business. Also remembering that Deidara is still alive, and I wonder how they're going to react to that, if he's going to make another appearance, if they're going to be facing him or whatever. And also, side note, wondering how Sai is doing, because now that he called Ino beautiful, so Ino's gonna be all over him. So I'm very curious how that's gonna go. And also further, Shikamaru being like, I do not want to be excluded from the plan because essentially Naruto's my friend and I'm not gonna let anything happen to him. So I'm very excited to see where things are going. It only took 54 episodes, 55 episodes. Because now that I think about it, the whole first, like, 50 episodes was just, well, not even. We did have the whole Saving Gaara, which was, like, so good. That puppet fight, I was talking to my friend at work, the one I was telling him where I was right now, and he was like, man, that was the whole puppet battle was just gold. But what I'm trying to say is it was a great episode. We learned lots of things. Great things happened. I'm okay with ending on this episode before my break. And on the note of breaks, it is sad that I will not be releasing anything until next month, but I hope that you all enjoy this video in the meantime and are all excited to see me react to the whatever we're about to get into. So thank you all. I really appreciate all of y'all sticking with me and watching my shinobi journey and all your support from when I was sick in the hospital to me taking breaks. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all next month. So until next month, bye.